According to a Yale study, introverts actually understand people much better than extroverts do. So next time you need some advice, ask a wallflower. Many of us have a tendency to view personality features as either positive or negative. For instance, feeling nervous can range from uncomfortable to incapacitating. In general, extroversion makes people happier and more successful. But research suggests that things aren't really so cut and dry. Nearly every positive characteristic has a downside, and every bad trait has advantages. For example, anxiety can prevent you from enjoying life and taking positive risks. Additionally, it enhances your memory and protects you secure. It's akin to introversion. Being quieter is undoubtedly a disadvantage when trying to stand out in a crowded world because studies show that simply talking a lot makes others think you're a leadership candidate. However, as recent Yale research highlights, being an introvert also has significant benefits. The study discovered that while introverted persons may not enjoy people as much as extroverts, they do understand them better. The people who are reserved and shy actually have a lot better comprehension of other people's psychology than those who are more outgoing. Better are the introverts. Natural therapists. Psychologists invest a lot of time and effort in designing and conducting research to better understand the nuances of human behavior. It turns out that they could definitely save a lot of time if they simply asked the party wallflower who watches everyone from the corner. First, the Yale team put almost 1,000 volunteers through a series of tests to see how accurately they could respond to inquiries about widely accepted psychological concepts, such as, do people work harder in groups or individually? And, does taking out your frustrations on a pillow or stuffed toy make you feel better when you're angry? If you're interested, the responses that have been supported by research are individually and no. The volunteers were then subjected to a series of personality assessments. Undoubtedly, the quiet and depressed functioned better than the cheerful and sociable. How come? According to Yale psychologist and study co-author Anton Gallwitzer, it could be that the melancholic, introverted people are spending more time observing human nature than those who are busy interacting with others, or they are more accurate at introspection because they have fewer motivational biases. However, this shows an undervalued strength of introverts, I said. Another overlooked benefit of introverts. This discovery is more than just a fascinating bit of trivia, as Gallwitzer points out. There is a veritable pile of information that demonstrates how we humans prefer to elect the talkative and self-assured among us to lead. But more and more research, including this most recent Yale study, indicates that introverts bring to leadership abilities that are frequently underappreciated. According to other studies, introverts often do better than extroverts in stressful situations. According to this study, they also possess greater insight into the motivations and behaviors of others, which is a critical leadership talent. So, even though it's obvious that this research doesn't mean that you can skip the years of training it takes to become a trained psychologist if you pass out an hour into parties, it should give shyer types more confidence if they're worried that their preference for quiet observation over social mingling makes them less suited to leadership. The exact opposite. You most likely have a superior knowledge of the human mind as a result of all the time you spend observing and pondering about others. If you want to become a leader, having a flair for natural psychology will probably give you a tremendous advantage.